Hey everybody, it's Mr. Kenny here. I just want to give you a few quick tips about safe solar viewing of the eclipse that we're going to have on Monday. So this is one of the neatest apps I found that we can use. If you just type in time.com and eclipse, you'll find it on the internet, and I'll send you the link. So you just tap to click on here to begin it, and you come up there, and I'm going to enter in 93619 and tap to begin, and now it'll from our latitude here, and unfortunately, period 1's not going to get anything. At the beginning of period 2 at 9:06 is when the event's going to begin. And then as it goes on, it's going to start to get darker. And then for us in period 3, right there at 10:18 is going to be the peak for us, and it'll get fairly dark. And if you go out and follow the tips, the students will see this shape, a moon shape, a crescent moon shape on the ground under the trees through the pinhole devices I'm showing you. And then it'll continue on into period 4, and by about, I guess you can see here by right there, it's going to be over at 11:42, and so the event will be done. And you can go in here and also up at the top on this, you can enter in, different cities and such if you wanted to see what it'd be like other places. So on the morning of the 21st of August, we're going to have the eclipse moving across the country from the left to the right. And what's going to happen for us is we're going to be here in Fresno, we're going to be in what's called the penumbra. This is the partial shadow formed by the moon. And for those few people along that special line between Oregon and Georgia, the very deepest, darkest part of the shadow, the umbra, is going to be touching the Earth. The only safe way to view the eclipse directly is with specially made safety glasses. Don't let them use their sunglasses. Welding number 14 filters can work, but if you don't have these specially made glasses, which you can get right now at Lowe's, you don't want your kids looking at it. It'd be great if you could get 10 of them, and then each group can have one to share with. In your classroom, probably the easiest thing to do is on an index card punch some holes, and I recommend make some larger holes and smaller holes, and then go outside. So going outside into the sunlight, the students can hold this up and just shining on the ground. Now right now it comes out round because that acts like a pinhole camera. Right now the sun is totally in full circle, and that's what it looks like here. On the day of the eclipse, it's going to look like this. Now this is a photograph of what it looks like under a tree. Normally they're just little round blobs of light, but during the totality, or at least for us, the maximum, there's going to be all of these little circles, and each of those little circles I just showed you are going to actually appear now as the crescent moon here. Well, the crescent sun. Now take a look at these multiple holes that is making. This is a part of old Robot Doc 8, I think. Here's the back of a chair. You could bring a spaghetti colander from home, and what it'll do is those little images that now are round are going to be crescent shaped at the peak of the eclipse. So be creative. Have kids interlock their fingers, and it'll make a really neat display. Please don't let your kids look at the sun. They're going to be tempted. Unless they have the proper eye protection, they cannot do it. Use those little pinholes I showed you. Galileo Galilei, the famous mathematician and the father of modern science, he invented the telescope. And he looked at the sun with these different filters on. He didn't have enough for the time, and he ended up going blind. We want our students to have a great time with this, looking through the pinhole devices I've showed you, but we don't want anybody to lose their sight. So have a great start to school, everybody.